Joining us for more on this conversation and the long-standing impasse between government and artisanal miners. We're now joined by Zethu Hlatshwayo, and she's from the National Association of Artisanal Miners and joins us now via our video link. Thank you so much, sir, for your time this evening here on SABC News. Now, there have been a number of issues which have transpired, since, what government has been dealing with in the Northwest when it comes to the Stilfontein mine, and the conversation again around artisanal mining has come back to the forefront. Maybe just give us an insight there when it comes to how important it is, and the issues around Northwest has made it even more important for government to continue to have this conversation around artisanal mining in the country.
Yeah, no, thank you very much for the opportunity, and good evening to you and your listeners at home. Maybe first and foremost, we should pay our condolences to the families who have lost their loved ones, that side of Stilfontein. And we must also say that it is sad, and it is a sad situation that we find ourselves in. I mean, all life matter without any cause. Even if you have committed whatever crime, you don't have to be sentenced to death. And we have to also say that this incident is really highlighted and showed that the operation that has been conducted by the government is really not bringing the positive results or solutions to the problem, but is creating more of challenges, because you will find out that many people are losing their lives, and unnecessarily so. And I must also say that the Stilfontein situation has been highlighted, and that is why we all know about it. But there are so many incidences that are happening of this nature, such as your MLO. There was a police shooting of people that are artisanal miners with live ammunition. There was a situation in Sabi. There's so many situations. It's just that people don't know, or they are not highlighted. But this shows that our government really needs an amicable solution to this challenge. And that solution is one. I mean, really, it is your ASM policy, your artisanal and small-scale mining policy. Because if you do the operation volume quota and you don't provide a solution, a way out, and an alternative for the artisanal miners, that means really you are sentencing people to death. And we are really hurt and disheartened by this situation. And we have to urge our government to say, let us consider an amicable win-win situation. Win for the government, win for the mining companies, win for the communities, and win for artisanal miners.
And Zethu, when it comes to, the manner and approach, that government dealt when it comes to the issues around Stilfontein mine or Buffelsfontein mine in Stilfontein, maybe what is your take in that regard in terms of how government dealt with this operation? I mean, even in the beginning, we heard the minister in the presidency even saying the likes of, we will smoke them out. And of course, that caused a lot of concern and outrage, from the public. What would you say, how did, what do you make in the manner in which government dealt with the situation?
I think our government didn't handle the situation very well. It shows that it was not well planned off, because you'd understand that, if you will use sentiments to say we will smoke them out, what do you mean? You mean that you are going to kill the people? And all life matter. And I think the Constitution clearly says that everyone has a right to life. And there's a freedom to dignity, freedom of choice, trade, and occupation. All of these are constitutional rights which the government has really, violated. So we see the situation as a desperation, really, to say that we cannot implement a strategy or the operation of this nature without creating an alternative and a solution and a way out for our brothers and sisters that are surviving out of this matter. If the deputy minister will say that you will smoke them out, what does that mean? It means we are going to kill them. We have to kill them. We don't care about them. And that is a real disappointment, because I think South Africa is a constitutional democracy. Even if you are a hardened criminal, whatever crime that you have done, you don't have to be sentenced to death. you have to be given an opportunity to appear in the court. And I think the government really delayed the intervention of rescue. They were really forced into the situation because of the media attention and all the pressure that like-minded organizations such as the Stilfontein Solidarity Committee have been doing to raise the awareness and to conscientize our people and to bring the truth into the fore, because you would understand that not everyone is well aware about the dynamics and what is happening. And thankfully, as NAM, we were given an opportunity to do a fact-finding mission about the Stilfontein saga, and we will be releasing our press statement as an organization to give our side or our views of what already transpired, because we spent time to engage with artisanal miners, engage with community leaders, engage with families, engage also with the authorities. And unfortunately, we see that this kind of measures are really not sustainable, and they are not helpful, and they are just causing more death and more loss of life. I mean now it's January. People have been stuck there since last year, August. Children didn't have clothes for Christmas. Children don't have, books for the schools. The schools are opening, they don't have uniforms. Those people that have lost their lives there are breadwinners, they are fathers, they are mothers, they are breadwinners, and really those families, their loved ones are really affected by this situation.
Yeah, and Zethu, when it comes to, illegal mining in this country, I mean, there are a number of disused and abandoned mines that we have. And, we've had the issue around zamazamas for quite some time as a problem. What do you think, should be the way forward when it comes to dealing with these mines? Do you think that it's very necessary for us to begin or to even have this conversation around transforming these mines to allow, for mining, or rather artisanal mining, to continue to take place? What is your take when it comes to what should be done with the mines that we have, the disused mines?
Yeah, no, thank you very much for a beautiful question. I think first and foremost, we should start with rehabilitation and mine closures. If we are going to leave abandoned, ownerless, derelict mines without rehabilitation, that means we are always going to have this situation. So it starts there. I mean, we have to make sure that those that have permits, that have been given permits, are doing it, within the law. They rehabilitate the land when they are done, and those mines are repurposed for post-mining activities. But I think a win-win situation would be coexistence. I think there's a beautiful example that was done by Quentin George from Osfeld, whereby they found that it is unsustainable, to invest in the police and the security, and it's very much expensive for you, for any mining companies to deal with this situation. But because people are hungry, everyone wants to eat, and I don't think that the big mining companies can lose if they can coexist with artisanal and small scale miners, so that we can introduce this our people into mining, because I think our people have been participating in mining since the days of Shaka. We've always mined, but now we do not have a legal we are not allowed to participate meaningfully in the mineral resources of our land. So the solution will be coexistence with big mining companies. But I think also some of the mines that are dangerous, that are no longer safe, that are no longer mineral rich, they should be repurposed so that they can do your alternative economies, such as your solar projects. Communities don't have land. People don't have places to live. We have a lot of informal settlement. A lot of land has been taken by mining companies, and it's disused. It's
Zethu, before I let you go, we are running out of time. Before I let you go, in terms of the interventions that need to be made by government and society as a whole, what is your appeal to government when it comes to dealing with disused and derelict mines in the country?
I mean, it's simple. I say our stance is one. We are saying that the mines that are no longer safe, they must be rehabilitated. Those that are still minerally rich, those that are in the active artisanal mining zones, whereby we see a lot of people that are participating or are working in those mines, they must be sent or they must be given to artisanal and small scale mining through the ASM policy, because we have a policy. I think it is a program that is being done by the United Nations Environmental Program to assist artisanal and small scale mining players.
All right. Thank you so much, Zethu. Thank you so much. Unfortunately, we have run out of time. That is Zethu Hlatshwayo. He is from the National Association of Artisanal Miners there, just talking about the issue in terms of dealing with abandoned mines and as well as artisanal miners and the approach that the country can take in ensuring that, of course, that some can still take advantage of the economic opportunities that come out from artisanal mining.